live here from North Wilkesboro Motor Speedway. It's race number 3, season 2 of the SK Modifieds here from FWM on the FWM network here this evening. My name is Scott Shive. I'm joined alongside by Emmett Crow. We've got Tracy Brown here in production. And Emmett, we've had 2 different winners this season, but you said the last race was a little while. I was away doing some work, but I'm back here tonight for North Wilkesboro, and let's see if these drivers can keep it together because we got a spinner on track right now. But you said it's been a little hairy.
Yeah, it's been real hairy. Chris Golden he was like, who's doing the radioactive from the Gen 4 Gatorade Duel? And I said, I wish we could have done it from the race at Thompson last week. Oh man, dude, what a show. But yeah, Austin Pack, what a story, comes back from his torn Achilles, wins in his first race back, and then last week Kyle Dumas picked up the checker. So I mean, it's really wide open for this championship for sure.
Well, and Austin Pack was really close to that championship in the first SK Modified season. Hunter Carlson barely took it over that 81 of Austin Pack, but Pack had 2 wins in that 8-race series, and we ran back. Man, I guess that was back in March. That was quite a while ago. Maybe it was in February. It was a while ago for the first season for 4Wide Motorsports here on iRacing. And we go back to our roots and back to the SKs. They always provided us with some excellent stuff. Jeremiah Sargent got to race back then. Well, he's on provisional pole right now with a 17.938, just 3/1,000th ahead of the 84 of Tristan Thiese. So it's quite tight here in qualifying. I believe the first 7 cars almost all within, actually more than the first 3. Let's go back to 12th. 12th are all within 1 second.
Yeah, and the thing is, I expect a tighter race because actually Tristan Thiese hosted a practice session last night for tonight's race. So I'm hoping tonight's a lot more tighter and a lot better action. Hopefully it's not a caution fest like last week because that was something, let me tell you.
Well, it's North Wilkesboro. Drivers, if they can get away from the restarts, they will be able to spread out.
Oh, man.
My goodness, a huge hit. I don't even know who that was. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you fans that are watching, I don't have my iRacing session tonight. I'm purely with the program tonight because I'm at the beach. I'm away from my normal computer, so it's going to be a little different tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that. That's the 18 and the 86 getting together, and they're having some fun out there. That was Chris Golden and Ryan Henshaw out there. They haven't qualified the best. They're the last 2 qualifiers, so they're going to be trying to run it up from the rear as we've got just under 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and Packer ran good too last week. Also, Bruce Pearson ran really good until he got tagged, and it was intentional. But yeah, that happened. And then another storyline is last week Scott Combs was dominating the race, dude. I mean, he dominated the first part, ended up getting caught up in a wreck, and he ended up finishing. I think he might have disconnected. I can't remember. No, he finished second. That's right, second.
Well, you're going to have that in close races like these. As we wrap up qualifying, it'll be Jeremiah Sargent in the number 2 that will take pole just 0.3 of a second over the 84 of Tristan Thiese. So it looks like 19 cars should be making our grid tonight. I think it's 19 or 20. We got 20 out there. Let's see if Doug Pachter will join up with us. He did not qualify. But let's go through your qualifying grid from 4Wide Motorsports here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. The Wayland SK Modifieds at Season 2. Jeremiah Sargent starting in row number 1 alongside Tristan Thiese. Then it's Jordan Navarro, Landon Brown, row number 2. Kyle Dumas, your winner from last week, sitting in row number 3. And Austin Pack, your winner from 2 weekends ago in the 81, row 3. Row 4, Jason Woodham, and the 33 of Austin Cansdale. Rounding out the top 10, the 12 of Yogi Schleer, and the 89 of Bradley Young.
Yeah. You're going to find, well, never mind, that's it.
Colton Brenner back there in row 6. Yeah.
Yeah, Colton Brenner, sorry about that. Line up next to Bruce Pearson. Timothy Frappier lined up next to Jared Berlin on the outside. Row 8, we find Benjamin Hollenball lined up next to your Daytona Duels winner, Mr. Chris Golden, on the outside. Row 9 will find Ryan Henshaw on the inside, lined up next to Joshua Tressler on the outside. And in row 10, we'll find Doug Packer lined up next to Daniel Jones on the outside. Another thing, Joshua Tressler had a great run. Scott brought her home third last week at Thompson, so look for him to build on that confidence.
If my memory serves me correctly, Joshua Tressler did pretty good in the opening season when we ran the SK Modifieds, but you and I talked about it during the ARCA series that it's been really interesting and cool to see all these drivers be able to have watched their progression over the past couple of series that we've done since we did the first SK series. So I think it's going to be also really awesome to see as we go through this second season with the SKs of all those drivers that improved, how can they do better than they did here in season 1. I think Tristan Thiese was one of those drivers that he was in and out through some of our other seasons, but he's back here. Kyle Dumas, we saw him a little bit when we got to run some of the others like the ARCA series and there, but he's back as well. And Austin Pack's one of those that has not been with us since we ran the SKs, but you know, he went out and showed us that, hey, he might have been gone, but he was definitely not out.
Well, let me tell you something. So, you know, we were talking about the ARCAs. The 36 of Stephen Luttrell, you know, he ran with us several seasons. I actually got to call an Xfinity race for Racers Elite, and guess who won that Daytona race? Stephen Luttrell. So, yeah, definitely building on getting better on these cars. And also, Yogi Schlier is going to start outside the front row for the Gen 4 Daytona 250. So, yeah, great job by these guys getting better and better.
There we go. Green flag out. Jeremiah Sargent, Tristan Thiese, 125 laps lie ahead. Who's going to take care of it the best? Who can keep out of incidents the best? Still side by side. Jeremiah Sargent on the inside. Thiese, the 84 on the outside. Hard to carry that momentum. He's going to duck in line. Sargent will lead lap 1. Thiese still looking. He'll take the inside.
Yeah, and the story also for tonight, keep an eye on Thiese if Dumas gets around him, because those two, they just do not like each other. And we've seen some pretty crazy stuff between those two. Saw it at New Smyrna, and then also we saw it at Thompson. So watch out for those two if they get together. It'll be
Kyle Dumas
and entertaining. Yes.
He's battling with Austin Pack right now. That's a battle for 4th position. But they're battling it out just behind Tristan Thiese. So some of your best gunners and runners sitting up in the top 5. And this top 5 already quickly is broken away from some of the rest of the pack. 2 seconds back to the 5 of Landon Brown, who's 6th in the 6th position.
Yeah, and Jeremiah Sargent just ran the fastest lap of the race so far. So he's starting to get that car dialed in and starting to pull away. Got 0.3 of a second on the second place car.
Austin Pack right hot on the heels of the 15 of Kyle Dumas. We'll back off here, try to arc into the corner, but you know, it's a different paint scheme than we saw in season 1. He ran the yellow and green, but now he's got the orange, white, and blue in that number 81. But don't mistake it. You've seen him in victory lane once. You might see it again. I really love this car from Jeremiah Sargent, who's led all of our laps so far. It looks like the Ryan Newman scheme in the SK series. Got a battle towards the mid-pack. We're not single-filed out just yet.
Yeah, they're Jeremiah Sargent, he's been running good, but he just gets caught up in some late race cautions and really takes him out of it. But yeah, just keep out of he's keeping out of harm's way by keeping that clean air and starting to pull away from the field for sure.
Battle back in the mid-pack. It is the 80 car. So I'm going to check on my screen. I'm going to try to see who it is. You said they were a bit mixed up there, so we got 2 battling in the 14. I think they're running different numbers because I'm not seeing who these gentlemen are, but they're battling out, duking it out hard on the racetrack here in North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, battling it out really hard as we see Benjamin
that's
Colton
Brenner and Benjamin Hallball. That's them. Oh, that's Dominic Frappier. Frappier. I really want to. I don't know why I want to say Frappier. It's Frappier. I'll put some respect on Dominic's name.
Yeah, I don't know why his name's Timothy, like and everything else, but yeah, his name's Dominic. I don't understand that.
Well, I've got Dominic on my screen, so Dominic Frappier battling it out with the 14 of Colton Brenner. That's the battle you're seeing on your screen, the red, yellow, and white car, and then the all-purple machine. The all-purple machine, that is Colton Brenner. In the 47, that white and gold and red car, that is Dominic Frappier.
Yeah, taking a
front
look.
of them, that's Yogi Schleer.
Yeah, Yogi Schleer keeping that at is that Kyle Dumas? Yeah, no.
He's holding out Dominic Frappier up front.
Yeah,
Let's see who we got another battle. This is Austin Cansdale making an attack right now, trying to move into the 6th position. He's caught up to Landon Brown, but don't forget the gap between Landon Brown and the next car, Austin Pack, just under a second, 9/10 of a second between them. But Austin Cansdale trying to get past the 5 of Brown to be able to go and fight for maybe a top 5 position.
Yeah, Cansdale's really got really good at these SKs. He's been running really good, and just like Sargent, he just has been caught up in late race wrecks.
You saw that. A little bit of a shove to Yogi Schleer from Dominic Frappier. That rhymes, and don't get me wrong on it, but Frappier looking for a way up and forward. He's looking for an 11th place position on the 12 of Yogi Schleer, trying to get a run here out of turn 4. Schleer washing up high. That's going to open the door possibly for Frappier. He will not take the run down into 1. He'll try to charge it up, maybe take a look here into 3. He's got a good run, but still, he's going to take it now. Schleer will move up high, and it gets real loose, Emmett.
Oh, man.
Big time loose for Schleer. He's going to lose 2 spots with that. Send Colton Brenner in the 14 on through, but it might open the door for him to move through on Frappier.
Yeah, Brenner was one of those drivers that was livid last week, so looking for him to have a good run and a good bounce back for sure.
Looking good right now. 18 laps complete of 125 here this evening from North Wilkesboro. Pretty clean throughout the field. These drivers liking the looks of North Wilkesboro, liking the feel. Got to wonder how they'll play it out. If they'll run, these tires can run all 125 laps. They're fueled for all 125 laps. So we're not required to take a pit stop here. So it could be a little bit about tire conservation in it.
Yeah, it definitely could be about tires, and that's definitely what it's going to be. North Wilkesboro, no matter what series it is, tires. That's what you want to. That's what you're preaching to your team, that you got to come in and get.
Oh, we got a spinner. Caution. Look at that. We're going to have our first caution spinner, and I believe it wasn't. I thought it was Cansdale for just a second, but I don't believe it was. Couldn't quite catch the numbers.
Bradley Young and Gerald Berlin were who was in late race caution.
Bradley Young getting into the 70 of Gerald Berlin into turn number 1. Looks like Bradley Young just did not expect the 70 to slow up that much through the center. That sent them into the grass and iRacing through that caution. Probably you think if we had the any other sort of deal that probably would have been able to keep on green. They were both able to keep it straight, but iRacing deemed it caution worthy. So we talked about it possibly running out green. Well, we're going to have our first caution.
Actually, our race control, Mr. Hunter Carlson,
Carlson's a part of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Carlson threw out the caution, so.
Well, you never know if you're going to keep them straight or not. Carlson, one of the best on track and off track. So a lot of cars, you can see it. We've had it happen a lot when cars would get into the inside wall, bounce off it, come right back onto the track and cause more chaos. So better safe than sorry. You can see in the back of the shot, 70 of Gerald Berlin coming into the pit lane. I believe the 81 of Bradley Young will come in as well, get some service, possibly fix up any of that damage that they got in that incident. I think they should both probably be okay, Emmett.
Yeah, they should be okay.
No harm, no foul. Early here at North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. What a beautiful track this is. It's always a fun track. I like the new, what they've done with the repave and everything, but I really do love the 1987 version. Turn 3 and 4, one of my favorite places. It's different with the wall now, but I love it with the curbing down at the bottom because it is absolutely treacherous. If you hit that curb, especially with these modifieds, with these 18-inch wide Hoosier tires, you are going to lose a lot of grip, and it's going to give your proponent from your outside and inside or right behind you, it's going to give them an opening most likely. So Jeremiah Sargent will continue to lead so far. He's led every lap so far of this race. Tristan Thiese, the 84, on the outside. He's run in second this whole time before the caution. He was 0.8 of a second back from your leader. Green flag back in the air on to lap 25. Sargent, a really great jump, but we got a spinner up high into turn one. We're going to cause some chaos, and caution's going to come out quickly once again. That's the 96 of Jordan Navarro. He was up in the top 5.
Yeah, it looked like he just got turned right there.
Take a look back at it. He is now the third car on the outside, that 96 black and yellow. Looks like Landon Brown might have gotten into him from the rear. Austin Pack had significant contact with the 96 as well. Looked like Pack, I wonder if he has any damage, but Emmett, I think that all started. I think the 5 of Landon Brown might have gotten into the back of the 96.
Yeah, taking a look right here, it looks like, actually, Scott, it's looking like looks like Navarro just got loose.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't think there was any contact.
Yeah, and Hunter Carlson's coming over the radio saying it was just net code.
Ah, big net code. Yeah, because I was definitely going to say, from that in-car view, you can really see there was definitely not contact from the 5 of Landon Brown. So he was just running in line where he needed to be, and looked like we got some net codes. So really not anyone's fault in a scenario like that. Just frustrating for the 96 of Navarro. He was doing really well, qualified in a great position, qualified in 3rd, but he's going to be relegated back to the 17th position and going to have to try to work through the field. Looks like we might. I wonder why Jeremiah is running up towards the marbles there. I couldn't tell you why. Could be to cool off his tires, Mr. Tracy Brown. It is highly likely. He might have to scrub them off because they're going to be pretty darn dirty if he does that, Emmett.
Well, also Daniel Jones is coming into pit, also Scott. But I was going to say, okay, I don't think they're going to give Navarro a EOL or Bradley Young or Austin Pack because of that net code.
Yeah, and I think that's an excellent decision from race control. When you see an incident like that, I mean, it really, you go back and watch it. Everyone was racing and put their cars exactly where they needed to be. So I love that call from race control, not give anybody an EOL. Really stinks for the 96 because he is going to, remain in the back because he was involved in the incident. Just that's where he got caught up in it, so he won't get his position back. But I do like the call to not give anybody an EOL because of that. I believe we will go to single file. But when we get a caution real quickly off of a green flag back in the air, single file, try to keep the net code out of it. And I think we will so far.
Yeah, and Dumas is blinking, as he always does, pretty bad as he's coming up on battling for the lead.
Battling for the lead. Look to the inside in 3, going to keep it off the door of the 2 out of 4. Looking down into 1. Dumas still looking to the inside, but that middle groove here in 1 and 2 is going to supersede the bottom. And Jeremiah Sargent going to zoom right past on the outside line on the wire. Back to the lead for the 2 of Sargent. Now, Kyle Dumas under attack from the 84 of Tristan Thiese. Thiese now on that bottom line. He's going to look to slide up, try to take it away, pushes Dumas up high.
Yeah, and Dumas blinking once again, and that's a scary thought when you're side by side with somebody because you don't know where he is.
Well, and that's why Thiese has to be really careful. He can't battle as hard as he wants to because he never knows if Dumas is going to go in or out or where he is, so he can't push to 100%. He can't push to the limit, and I think that's why we're going to see here Dumas able to go through, able to move up into second. Now, Austin Pack, he's going to be able to ride the outside, try to carry that momentum here in 1 and 2. Got a good line. Looks like the 84 is going to try to push him high, but Austin Pack still able to carry it. How will he fare in 3 and 4? This line, the bottom is dominant. That's one thing you got to love about North Wilkesboro. I mean, 1, the midline is dominant. 3 and 4, the bottom line is dominant. All different lines to run here.
Austin Pack goes in the wall.
I think the SA shoving guys up the racetrack. I don't think drivers will handle that for too long. They're fine with it now because it's still early. 35 laps complete, on to lap 36. But if we get later in this race and the SA is still throwing moves like that, Emmett, I don't think drivers are going to be happy about it.
Yeah, we got a big pile up on the backstretch, Scott.
Oh, I didn't even see it. We were so focused on this battle, and I see that caution up there. Third caution of the evening. Let's take a look back at what happened. We're looking along with the 96 of Navarro, and it looks like he's almost able to avoid it, and he's going to get some heavy damage, but that started way ahead of Navarro, and frustrating for him. He is going to get involved after being involved in the past 2 cautions.
Yeah, it looked like Yogi Schleer got turned by, that's what they're saying right now. Colton Brenner got into the back of Yogi, and that's what started this big wreck. Benjamin Hollenball, Jared Berlin, Jordan Navarro, and who's ever driving that Miller ski.
Well, look at this. I'm noticing something here. It looks like Schleer definitely, it looked like he was loose for a second, but there's absolutely contact from Brenner. In the aid of Hollenball, nowhere to go. Gerald Berlin gets involved. And yeah, Navarro getting involved as well. That is a 6-car incident right there out of turn number 2. Not something that you want to see. A lot of torn up race cars.
Oh yeah, right there. Colton Brenner got into the left rear of Yogi Schleer and sent him around.
Yeah, I think Schleer, it looked like for a second that he was almost already loose on his own. But I think that was just some of the yaw into the corner, and so that contact from the 14 definitely is what turned him around after getting down into 1. The third incident of the evening, and I think we're still okay, but we definitely want to we probably want to get these drivers away from each other a little bit, but I can tell you, Emmett, Jeremiah Nelson, he's fine where he's at.
Yeah, Jeremiah Sargent's been doing good, just keeping out of trouble. But I'm telling you, watch out if it comes down to it between Thiesa and Dumas. That's going to be some fireworks for sure.
Well, they're right next to each other. They were battling out earlier, and they were battling pretty closely. So the drivers running second and third, they definitely have a history. So if they're ever battling, we're definitely going to have our cameras right there. Thank you to Tracy Brown, always doing an excellent job, keeping us right in the action at all times. Double filed, back up again. Jeremiah Sargent on pole, back from where he started. Kyle Dumas on the outside. Green flag waves from Barney the Flagman. Another excellent restart from Sargent.
Yeah, Sargent gets a good restart right here, but look at Dumas on the outside trying to get, here he goes, John Buff team.
Wow, got to think that Dumas might have played a little bit nice there. Definitely backed out on the exit of 2 there, but it would have been very close. I think maybe he makes that move later in the race, Emmett.
Oh, definitely. I'm calling it right now. I've seen it 3 weeks now.
So Dumas played a little bit nice, backed out there out of 2, made sure that Sargent wasn't going to clear up. But Dumas, you know that later on in the race, it's going to get more aggressive. I think most drivers would get more aggressive in a situation like that. Thiesa battling for second. He's running third right now. Dumas watches up high, tags the wall at a 2, opens a door for the 84.
Yeah, here comes Thiesa. He'll try to drive it down to the inside, and we got a caution.
Caution out once again. I like that term that you use there. Drive it down. I like that. I like that. Put that in my notes. Oh, how'd you mention Hollenball bounce off the wall? Gets into the 14. Ooh. I didn't like the look of that.
Yeah.
That looked very Austin Hill-ish.
For real.
No, I won't put Benjamin Hollenball in that position. Let's take another look at it. I mean, there's no beef between them, so I wouldn't think as to why. Yeah, I think he was just trying to get off the wall, made a quick jolt. I don't know, but I mean, they don't have any prior beef, so I don't know.
Yeah. You know, the thing about Grubby, or Benjamin Hollenball, Grubby as we know in FWM, he gets kind of aggressive, and yeah, sometimes he'll push the issue, but yeah, I think that was just a racing incident.
Yeah. Well, We never get to see all the full story, but yeah, I don't think there was any beef between them at any point. So
I will hear
probably
about
just chalk that up to him getting it off the wall and making sure he was clear. And you never know. But 46 laps complete. We'll come to complete lap 46 here on to lap 47 under our 4th caution of the evening. But Emmett, you think we keep seeing this, or do you think we get a green flag run?
I don't know. We might get a green flag run, but you never know. I asked the drivers before the race when I got in there and I was talking to him. I said over or under 5 cautions, and Daniel Jones said 20, and I said uh-oh, and he said nah. He said it should be about 5 or less.
Well, we're at 4, and we're a little over 1/3 of the way through. There's a lot of time left for more. I don't know how I feel about that. So I love this look through the field. Look at all these awesome modifieds. Modifieds are just so cool. So much fun to drive. Even so much power even in these SKs. We'll get back ready to roar, ready to rumble here from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Green flag away. Look in the front of Jeremiah Sargent here. Another great restart. He is getting the practice in for sure, but Dumas looks to the outside just like he did last time. Sargent not going to be able to close it down. Dumas up to the high side. This isn't the preferred line here in 3 and 4, but he's going to be able to keep it just barely. No, Sargent will clear, but he's going to push him. Dumas is going to push him down into turn 1. Dumas going to give him a bit of a tap. Sargent really having to hold him off, really having to hold on to that car here. You're going to fight. You're going to have to fight it hard with someone like Dumas right on your back bumper. You're going to try to hope we can get away from this and get away from Dumas here because he is not able to focus. He is mirror driving right now, Emmett. Dumas continues to blink in and out just a little bit. That's going to be hard as well for the 2 of Jeremiah Sargent because he's not going to know at all times where that 15 is. He's going to have to be, he can't be on guard at all points if Dumas continues to blink out like this. So we'll continue to monitor the situation, the current top 5. Sargent, Dumas, the SA pack, Frappier. Look at Dominic Frappier up 8 spots through the field. Another driver up 8 spots right now, the 20 of Joshua Tressler.
And we got a caution again, Scott, so that makes 5.
Oh, man. I didn't see anything on my screen. Not sure who caused this one.
Looks like, let's see. Oh, Colton Brenner once again.
14. Oh, yeah. Looks like maybe Gerald Berlin might have gotten into him there.
Yeah, Gerald Berlin.
Just from the brief bit we saw. And, oh, yeah. Yep, the 70 Gerald Berlin battling to the inside and, yeah, just misjudges that one. Good save from the 14, though. Great save from the 14.
Yeah, Gerald Berlin, Brenner didn't know that he wasn't clear and came down and got into Berlin's right front and sent him around.
So Sargent running it through the grass, trying to cool off those tires just a little bit. You got to wonder, Emmett, since we are having these cautions now, do you think if we get a caution in the next 10 laps that these drivers might pit for tires, or do you think they're going to try to run it out all the way on this set?
I think if we get a green flag run, they may come in. No EOL given to either Gerald Berlin or Colton Brenner. Gonna chalk it up as a racing incident.
Okay, there we go. So a racing incident for the 70 and the 14. So Dumas is getting a little aggressive, and we're getting towards halfway. We're getting to that point, but you gotta applaud the 2 of Jeremiah Sargent, even with the light aggression, has been able to hold off the 15 of Dumas.
Yeah, he's doing a great job holding off Dumas, and That's some great defensive driving right there. But look at Tim. Sorry, it says Timothy on here, but Dominic Frappier running up in the 4th position, and he could get up there and give Dumas a push, and could push Dumas to the lead. You never know.
47 has done a really great job of staying out of incident, moving up through the field, up 9 positions from the start of this race. Your biggest mover so far here from North Wilkesboro in the 3rd race of the FWM SK Modified Series, Season 2. Green flag in the air once again, and Jeremiah Sargent out and away. But Dumas will try to rock and roll here on the top side. He'll carry the momentum. It's the same thing we saw last time.
Yeah, ripping the fence, trying to catch some momentum. Oh, man. Oh, he got into him right there.
Oh my goodness, that was way too close between the 2 leaders. You saw Jeremiah Sargent get loose in 3 and 4, push the 15 up high. Now that's going to leave the 15 vulnerable. Austin Pack was able to move into 2nd. Dominic Frappier looking to the inside of Dumas for 3rd.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt Dumas. He had to check up right there. And when he lifted, that's where Pack took that advantage right there. And now Frappier's trying to get under him on the inside. The outside line's just not working for Kyle Dumas.
It's definitely not working here in 3 and 4. He's able to find some speed out of turn 2, but just not enough to take it back. We'll see. He's going to try to pinch down the 47 of Frappier, and Frappier going to get a little bit of a tag there from the driver behind. That was Cansdale going to give him a little bit of a tag. So Dumas, with all of that, going to be able to move into 3rd. Frappier falls back into line into 4th. Austin Cansdale is broken up into the top 5 now.
Yeah, Cansdale coming, and look at this, a slew of cars right here as we see Cansdale trying to get under Frappier. Sorry, that is Frappier. That car, I can't tell between him and...
Well, him and Dumas are very similarly colored, and almost inverse of their paint scheme. So I'm in your boat there. I was definitely reading along with them for a second. Look at Bruce Pearson in the 22, up 6 spots, running in the 6th position. Good job for him staying clean all day. And I want to mention the 20 of Joshua Tressler again. He's now tied with Frappier on positions gained. He's up 9 as well.
Yeah, Frappier is, he just let, of course, I think they said he's 13, and he just let Kyle Dumas know that you're blinking real bad, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dumas definitely needs to try to get that fixed, because it could definitely cause some issues. We haven't seen it cause any big issues yet, but it definitely could. Landon Brown looking along with him. A little bit of a challenge here from the 89 of Bradley Young. Young looks to the inside out of 4, but he won't be able to take the run here down into 1. Brown trying to recover from that early incident with the 96. He's down 3 positions from where he started, but he's running in 7th out of 20 cars today, so not too bad for the 5.
Yeah, Landon Brown out of Bailey, North Carolina, just holding that bay. That 89 of Bradley Young, who's improved dramatically, running in these SKs for sure.
Big improvement from all of those drivers. And it looks like Austin Pack is right on the rear tail of the leader, Jeremiah Sargent. Austin Pack looking right at the rear bumper of the 2. Again, we've had 2 different winners so far this season, yet to have a repeat winner. We're only in round 3 of 8. But right now, Austin Pack looking to the rear, almost contact with the 2.
Almost contact with Jeremiah Sargent. Here he goes. He's going to try to get him right here, though.
Going to try to get him. Not going to quite be able to do it. Austin Pack currently 4th in the overall championship standings. He was so close to winning a championship early on in this first season with the SKs, but was bested by Hunter Carlson. But he's trying to... Hunter Carlson is in race control, and we've got another caution.
Yep, so that makes 6.
Oh, cars spun. That's the 17. Let's see. I don't have a 7. Oh, that's Daniel Jones. That was him in the 17. One of them involved in the incident.
Actually,
it looks like Berlin's going to get involved again.
That's Jason
71
Woodham.
of Jason Woodham. Jason Woodham's in that 71 up there.
Yeah.
It starts with Woodham and Berlin. The 96 gets a little tap again. The 17 of Daniel Jones, and then the 14 of Brenner gets involved. Oh my goodness. Brenner just cannot get away from anything today. Neither can the 96. The Navarro and Brenner really not having the greatest days after starting fairly well, but the minute they've gotten into some incidents, it has gone down. Looks like the leaders came to pit road. The 801 of Austin Pack going to come in that last time by, but it looks like to me Hansdale, Sargent, and Pearson all stayed out. That's what I'm getting on my screen right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too.
I think that Sargent, he came in this time. So he would definitely been in front of Cansdale. So Sargent came in this time by, but Cansdale did not pit. Cansdale, Pearson, and Young, the top three right now. They're the only three drivers to not enter the pit lane at all here today. But a lot of your leaders coming in that time. But with how Jeremiah Sargent pitted a lap after Austin Pack, and so instead of lining up 10th, it looks like Sargent's going to line up 15th. I wonder if he saw the 81 come in and was like, man, since the 81 came in, I think I got to come in.
Yeah, I think that's what it was for sure.
We lost 5 positions because of it.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's 53 laps to go, and they're going to give them time to form up, so they're not going to go green this time. They waved it off. So, Jason Woodham, by the way, Scott, got a EOL after all that chaos happened.
Surprised didn't see one for Joe Berlin either, but them two getting into some contact that started all that incident through turn 1 out of turn 2. But Berlin will be able to get off scot-free and line up in the 6th position here on this restart. We'll go into lap 75. When we cross the stripe, it'll be 50 laps remaining. And we have really, really shaken up this field, especially after some drivers deciding to pit, some deciding to stay out. Austin Cansdale in the 33 going to look to lead for the first time today, but Bruce Pearson, can the 22 do anything about it? Through the restart zone, green flag back in the air. Great start for Cansdale, and the 89 of Bradley Young looks to the inside of Pearson.
Yeah, Bradley Young got a great restart on that inside. Oh, man, contact.
Contact between the two, and caution out once again. Not for them two, but for something in the back of the field. Looks like almost 3 wide, maybe 4 wide here out of 4. Oh, goodness. That's your lead. That was your early leader of Sargent.
Yeah, just like I said, Sargent's been doing good and then gets caught up in a late race wreck. Oh, Jason Woodham, hard hit.
Hard hit for the 71 as well. But Jeremiah Sargent, this is what happens when you get stuck in the mid-pack. You're just asking for calamity right along here with the 71 of Woodham.
And it's not
riding behind this. Oh, that's going to be significant right front damage.
Yeah, and also it's not going to be better, Scott, because the 2 just got an EOL.
Oh, my goodness.
And Kyle Dumas is not happy with Yogi Schleer telling him, Yogi, it's my spot. What the heck?
What are they talking about? What? What are they
don't
talking
know.
about?
That's what he...
Where are they at on track right now? Oh, yeah, there's Dumas.
Race control just gave a warning saying, all right, guys, show some patience right here or else.
Or else. Let's run, while we've got a second, let's run through some of the championship standings. Kyle Dumas leading the way right now with 1 win and 2 top 5s in both starts. Then it's Landon Brown in second, Tristan Thiese, Austin Pack, Bruce Pearson the top 5. Then Gerald Berlin runs 7th. Elo runs 7th. I skipped over Bradley Young, who's in 6th. Then in 8th, it's Jordan Navarro. In 9th, it's Chris Golden. In 10th, it is Daniel Jones. So that is your current top 10 in point standings right now through 2 races of an 8-race series here in Season 2 of the Wayland SK Modified Series on 4 Wide Motorsports. Who do you got, Emmett? Who do you think? Who do you think has the best shot to take this championship?
Best shot to take the championship, man. I would say, I mean, Austin Pack, of course, as long as his doctor allows him to run. But my other would have to be either Austin Cansdale or Austin.
So the Austins and possibly Landon Brown in the 5. Landon's going to have to get a good result today, but he's battling back for the mid-pack. Whoa! Kyle Dumas hard into the fence. Daniel Jones upside down.
Golly.
Oh my goodness gracious. Take another look back at this. The 8 get together with the 81 of Austin Pack, and it looks like the 8 just didn't move down the track. Dumas thought he was going to come down the track hard into the outside wall, and then the 17 of Daniel Jones up and over.
Man. And Daniel Jones is, oh my gosh. They are not happy with Kyle Dumas.
I don't know. I don't know if I can fully put that one on Kyle Dumas, because yes, you got to know where the cars are on the track when you're racing around them. But the 8 had the bottom lane clear and didn't move down. And I think Dumas thought he was going to move down and started to move down himself. So you're probably going to put more fault on him. But I definitely give him some grace a little bit in that situation. Because you got to imagine that a driver below you is going to move down. You're not going to think that you're possibly 3 wide, which they weren't. But the 8 just decided not to move down.
Yeah, Kyle Dumas just got an EOL, but Jeremiah Sargent was mad at Dumas because he ran into him under caution, but Kyle Dumas has received an EOL.
Okay.
And Daniel
so maybe some more drivers mad at Kyle Dumas. We already got Tristan DSA. Maybe Jeremiah Sargent joins the list.
I'm telling you, dude, what I told you in the pre-race. Oh, man.
You never know. You never know what can happen. So Dumas going to get an EOL for the incident, and he'll have to work back from the back of the pack. He was battling up within the top 5 for this incident. We'll start single file for this next restart. So a bit of calamity. I believe this was our 8th caution of the evening, if my eyes do not deceive me.
I told you. I told you.
I could have said we were probably going to go over 5 if that was the count.
They waved off the. We're going
pace
one
car.
more lap.
Pace car will stay here on pit road. So a little bit of a race update. 15 cars remain on the lead lap of 20 that started the race. 2 cars are 1 lap down, 1 car is 4 laps down, 1 car is 10 laps down, and Doug Pachter did not start the race. The 19 cars did start the race, 15 remain on lead lap. Kyle Dumas will start in 13th after the EOL. Jeremiah Sargent, your early leader, is back in 12th. Bruce Pearson, who was up front earlier, he's back in 11th, but it's Austin Cansdale, Bradley Young up front. Single file restart on to lap 86, 40 remain.
Yeah, Joshua Tressler asking to get his, because they gave him a black flag because I guess something in the back, but I'm sure they'll wave that off and take that off because there's no reason he should have got a black flag.
Not sure why. We are green and away. The 86 of Chris Golden under attack here from Frappier. Frappier looking to the inside right now. This is a battle for the 6th position. Chris Golden running in 6th, Frappier running in 7th, and then the 8 of Benjamin Hallbaugh right behind them in the number 8. Up front, it's a bit of chaos. 4 cars under a blanket. Cansdale out front on his own, but then it's Young and Thiese side by side. Thiese looks to the inside. Austin Pack one spot behind Thiese. Great run here out of turn 4. Moves it and sends it down into 1 to the right of driver's side. Out of 2. Thiese gonna have a good run here, but not as good as Bradley Young.
Yeah, Bradley Young trying to get up to the outside, trying to get a run. And, oh man, how did they not make, well, they did make contact, but how did they not wreck right there?
I have no idea how they're able to keep it clean, and they're going to keep it a little bit not clean, a little bit of contact between Thiese and Young battling for the second spot. Gansdale loves to see this out of his rearview mirror, but look at this. Austin Pack so closely behind them. He might be faster than them because he's got fresh tires, but he has no way through right now.
Yeah, has no way through, and Thiese trying to get under the bottom of Young, trying to drive her down there, trying to get it to stick, but Austin Cansdale, I'm surprised he's able to pull away with that, hold the tires.
Let's remind you that Thiese pitted back on lap 54. Then Austin Pack pitted the most recent of all the drivers that pitted back on lap 70. So Pack has the freshest tires. Thiese has the next freshest. But here, Young and Cansdale have both yet to pit. 3 wide. Thiese going to make contact with Pack. Somehow he's going to keep it straight.
Yeah, how did he keep it straight right there?
No
Great
idea,
driving.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Pack said it is time to go under over 30.
Oh, there he goes.
Inning, and there we go. He's going to get to the inside of Young. Young tries to slam the door shut, but Pack said, nope, cannot do. I am right here. I'm not going anywhere. Pack to the inside, makes contact with the 89 of Young.
Yeah, makes contact, but look at this right here. And we got a caution.
Caution, 9th one today. Out once again. We'll take a look back. Your early leader of Jeremiah Sargent working up through the field. This was back right inside the top 10. Oh my goodness. It looks like Sargent just squeezed the 8 into the wall.
Yeah, that's exactly
what I saw.
what it looks like.
Sargent trying to get a little bit aggressive. Let's take another look at it here out of turn number 4. Right along with the 8 here, right to the outside.
Actually, Scott, if you look, Benjamin Hollenbaugh hit the rumble, hit the apron kind of, and that's what got him loose.
So the 8 and the 2 getting involved in a late race incident. And the 2 had such a great first half to this race, but after deciding to pit, it has been rough for him. You got to look with what Cansdale's doing right now. You got to say, would the 2 of Jeremiah Sargent just been fine to stay out?
Yeah, Jeremiah Sargent has just been black flagged also.
Oh.
So what it is...
Did race control say what?
Yes, so what it is, so the new penalty system is a 3 strikes basis. So the first one you get a EOL, the second one you're going to get a black flag, the third one is a drive-through under green.
Wow. And that's for incidents per race?
Yes.
Okay. So is there a warning, or is it automatically EOL if it's not deemed a race incident?
If it's a racing incident, then there's nothing, but if you could tell that it's not a racing incident, then
it's an EOL.
Yeah, then the penalties will be enforced.
Gotcha. So for that black flag, is that is that to the back as well, or is that, what's the penalty with the black flag?
The black flag, I believe, is one hold on 1 lap, I believe. Under caution.
And then the third will be a drive-through under green. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good to know for us, me, and all the race fans watching. So the top driver, Austin Cansdale, has not pitted at all today. Tristan Thiese pitted back at lap 54. Bradley Young is not pitted as well. He's to the inside of the second row. Austin Pack has the freshest tires, has looked to be the fastest car besides the 2 of Jeremiah Sargent. But can he work his way from 4th position into 1st as we got contact through the mid-pack?
Looks like everyone's going to be able to keep it straight. 3 wide off the corner. No, they're going to go around. Huge contact, the 96, the 70, and caution's going to go out once again.
Yeah, that's going to be on Jared Berlin. Jared Berlin got into Chris Golden, and he was like a pinball, just bouncing off him and Navarro. And then it finally just...
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of incidents for the 70 of Gerald Berlin today. We've seen that. Definitely. We've seen that gold and red machine in a lot of things today.
Yeah, and now we're joined by Daniel Jones, who was out there on the track. Daniel Jones, is your car destroyed? Never mind. He went away.
He did not want to answer that question.
Yeah, he was not happy at all.
The answer is very likely. Yeah. Flipping through the air. He rode over the top of Dumas. I would say it is highly likely that that 17 was destroyed in the incident. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the 70 of Gerald Berlin get a black flag here. He's definitely been involved in an incident prior to this. But hey, I'm not race control.
He's going to get an EOL.
Okay. So the others must have been deemed a racing incident. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, Daniel Jones got disconnected 18 laps ago, so I think he was just hopping in, just to chill.
Yeah. So 103 laps completed. When we get back green, it'll probably be about 20 laps remaining. Can we keep it clean and green, or will we get another caution? That is the question to be. Emmett, what you think?
I'm thinking the Craftsman Truck Series is looking better and better.
Well, drivers just got to have a little bit more patience. That's all that we're not seeing. We need a little bit more patience throughout all of our drivers here. So Austin Pack got up into third after that. So we're going to see him try to get around the 84 at the SA and maybe make a run at the 33 of Cansdale, but Cansdale sitting in an excellent position after deciding not to pit when pretty much everyone else did. Green flag back in the air. Cansdale, a great jump. Pack looking to ride the rim, run to the outside here. Going to get squeezed high by the 84 of the SA. Somehow they're going to keep it together, but yeah, the SA squeezed the 81 way up top.
Yeah, that's the thing about the SA. He gets mad if he gets ran in, but he races the
He's
same
blocking.
way. Yeah, he races the same way Dumas does. I mean,
he blocked the 81 all the way down the track. Bradley Young going to go around. Benjamin Harbaugh, big contact. Caution again.
Austin Pack not happy with Tristan Thiese. I was telling him why didn't he give him the outside when he had it clear right there. Yeah.
Let's go back to the 8. Watch
So it
along with
looked
the 8.
like-
He didn't cause it, but he got involved with it.
So they're gonna give. Let's see. Who was it?
Maybe it was. I guess it was another green car. That's my bad. I didn't
Oh,
think we had
no,
another
it
green
was.
car in the field.
It was Bradley Young. It's gonna be Dominic Frappier. Got into
That's
the
who
back
it was.
of
I
Bradley
thought
Young.
I saw green. I really thought it was the 8. I that's why I thought I gotten into him.
No, you're good.
There's the green car.
Yeah,
Who is that green? Who is that?
that is Bruce Pearson.
There we go. I knew it was a green car. Oh yeah. Oh goodness. So for Pierre to be able to make it on through, but yep, looks like he's getting the EOL. And he had done such a great job earlier today to stay out of incidents, make his way back up front. But he'll be relegated back to the 14th spot.
Yeah, I think the age was showing right there. You know, Frappier being only 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. Landon Brown back into the top 5.
I know our producer's happy to see that.
Hey, look Oh yeah. Well, look at Joshua Tressler too. Or excuse me, not Joshua. Yeah, Joshua. That's I'm thinking of words. Up 10 spots from the start of this race in the 20.
Well, my bad, Scott. I totally forgot. Joshua Tressler finished second last week.
You said it was a podium for him, so it was a good day. Well, let's see. Where is he running in the standings right now? Joshua Tressler. I think he might have missed the first. No, he just had a bad first race because he's back. Let's see. Oh my gosh. No, he did miss the first race. So that second place was his only start. He's back in 22nd.
He's only running a part-time schedule. Also,
Gotcha.
Last week was funny because as we go green. Well, never mind. We're not going green.
Green back out once again.
Green.
15 laps remaining. Austin Pack to the inside. Looks to the inside of the SA. The SA going to block down low once again.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Scott. I was stuck in replay mode. That's what happened.
Good.
But, yeah.
You're good. We're back green. And how long will Austin Pack stay this clean? I've still got green on my end.
I swear I heard him say caution, but
we're still going. We're still racing. Austin Pack gives the bumper to the SA, and look at that. Kyle Dumas is back into the top 5.
Yeah, Kyle Dumas back in the top 5.
Three really aggressive drivers all right together in it.
Yeah, and Scott, Austin Cansdale just ran the fast slap of the race. There it is.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised why. Look at the 3 drivers behind him.
Yeah.
Caution out.
But anyways, what I was saying earlier, last week at Thompson, Kyle Dumas was pleading with Joshua Tressler to let him win, and Joshua Tressler said, I'm only running a part-time schedule. I'm here for wins, not points.
Oh, that's great. That's a great quote.
Benjamin Hollenbach goes around.
Yeah, he saw the incident there. That's a great quote.
It was, Dumas started saying, he said, Joshua, I've known you for a long time. We used to play Xbox together, bud. And I'm like, oh my gosh. This is
another caution. 12th caution of the day. We were so good for the first 30 laps. It was completely green. We did so good. Where did that go? Where did that go, Emmett? We're lined up single file right now. We'll see if we'll go single file restart or if we'll go double file. But we are now under 10 laps remaining here in this race this evening. The 3rd race of the season in the 2nd season of the SK Modified Series here on 4 Wide Motorsports. Currently, it is Kyle Dumas leading the standings overall. Up in 2nd, it's Landon Brown, then Tristan Thiese, Austin Pack, and Bruce Pearson, the top 5 as they run. Looking like Kyle Dumas going to have another great day, but Pack, he's looking to try to maybe take home another win. But like you said, it's going to be real tough. I think Cansdale is in a really good position because I would say Thiese, Pack, and Dumas are your 3 most aggressive drivers. I'd say Thiese and Dumas are your most aggressive drivers. With Pack, it's time to go. He definitely has a car that can win. So he's going to be aggressive right now because it is time to go.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. If I'm Austin Cansdale, I'm making that car 4 lanes wide.
Well, if I'm Austin Cansdale, I'm really praying that this is a really, really great restart.
Yeah, he's got to have to get up on his horse and ride right here if he wants to get away from these boys. Here we go.
Let's get him back rumbling once again, and not the greatest restart for Cansdale this time. The SA is going to draw even. He's actually going to get ahead here out of turn 2. Still side by side. Look at that. The SA to the lead.
And there goes Dumas. Oh, what a save.
Dumas going to push it up high. Great save for him, but he is going to drop handfuls of positions. It's 3 wide outside of the top 10. Landon Brown falling back, caution.
Yep.
I don't know where this one came from.
That's what I'm trying. I wonder if Dumas getting sideways. Yep, that's what it was. Dumas getting sideways throughout the caution.
Really?
Yeah, because I put it on focus on crashes and it's looking at Dumas.
Huh.
Wow, that's crazy.
Interesting. We caution out.
Okay, hold on,
Once
Scott.
again.
We're being told the 18 just stopped on the track. That's what brought out the caution.
Oh. Brian Henshaw, driver we haven't seen much today, but he decided to stop.
And a driver, we have another driver who has disconnected. Benjamin Hallball is now out of the race.
He's having a very up and down day, so he decides to call it a day. 14 cars remain on the lead lap, but the essay, through all of that, took the lead away from Cansdale. And once Cansdale has now lost the lead, I don't feel too well for him with him being on these old tires.
Yeah, now it's
You got to wonder if Austin Pack can possibly clear Cansdale and then maybe have anything for the essay. But we're probably going to have 2 or 3 laps remaining when we do take the green. And then if we get a caution, how many? I can't remember. How many green, white checkers possible do we have?
I believe it's 2. But I was going to say they gave Ryan Henshaw an EOL for parking.
The 18 will get an EOL for parking it on the racetrack. Lights off this time by, but everyone doesn't look so grouped up. I imagine we'll probably send them around one more time.
Yeah, the essay is asking if we're going to go single file or double file, but race control has not came. Oh, no, we're going green.
Oh, there we go. Single file it is. Getting ready. Here we go. Green back in the air. 3 laps to go. Can the essay run away with it? He gets a great start. Big problem for the 33. No idea what happened, but he is out of it and moving to the back. Austin Pack up into second. Dumas on the high side. He's up in third. Then it's Bruce Pearson, Bradley Young, the top 5. 2 laps to go for the essay across the stripe.
Yeah, and I think Austin Cansdale has the tire down. I think that's what happened.
Tire down for the 33, but it's the essay who's battled up front all day long. Qualified up in the top 2, takes the white flag. He qualified on the outside of the front row. Jeremiah Sargent had a rough day, but here the 84 has been aggressive when he has needed to. Austin Pack right behind him. There's not going to be enough time. Not going to be enough time to catch up. The essay going to get its first win of this season and a 3rd different winner of 2025. Whoa! Austin Pack runs him over!
I don't think Pack liked that too much.
Oh, wow. Did not expect. Whoa! Okay.
Tristan Thiese's not happy with it. He's saying that Austin Pack should be banned, but I believe that will not happen.
That was weird. That was weird.
I think it goes back to when those two were battling side by side, Scott, and Thiese through that block, it did not give Pack the high side. That's what it was.
Watch along here. Let's just watch.
And it looks like there might be a warning given to Tristan Thiese.
Yeah. Well, it should be coming up this lap. I believe this is the white flag lap. Yeah, Pack closed in just a little bit. But let's watch along with Pack here. That did not look good.
Yeah, and he's on the radio right now, and he's telling everybody, because Dumas got him into the wall last week, and then what the essay did, and he said, "Guys, I've raced y'all clean the whole time."
Yeah, I mean, I will say, Austin Pack is probably one of the cleanest drivers. He really is.
And I totally agree with that. And that's what everyone else is like. Joshua Tressler just said that Pack is the cleanest racer that he's ever raced with over here. So
Well, it is another interesting end to the evening.
I told
Let's get
you.
let's get the results here from this race at North Wilkesboro. If we can, they're coming out. There we go. Tristan DSA going to be your winner, third different winner of the season. Austin Pack comes up just short here in second, but it might be enough to maybe take the points lead over Kyle Dumas. Bruce Pearson finishes on the podium. A great run for the 22. Kyle Dumas in fourth. Bradley Young rounds out the top five. Then it was the sixth position for Joshua Tressler. Gained 13 positions from the start of the race. Great day for the 20. 70 of Gerald Berlin comes home seventh. Eighth is Yogi Schleer. Ninth, the 5 of Landon Brown. And then it is Dominic Frappier in 10th spot.
Yeah, and 11th is Colton Brenner. 12th is Jordan Navarro. 13th, Austin Cansdale. 14th, Ryan Henshaw. 15th, Jeremiah Sargent. 16th, Chris Golden. And then Benjamin Hombaugh, Daniel Jones, Jason Bloodham, and Doug Packer all out of the race.
Well, we don't have our drivers in the waiting room yet.
No, they're still going at it.
Well, Tracy, we doing a commercial here on Four Wide Motorsports Network. Well, there we go. I wanted to check to make sure we weren't any different. But we'll be right back, viewers. We're waiting on our drivers to get in the waiting room. Well, we've got Tristan Thiese in here, the winner from tonight from North Wilkesboro, the third different winner. And Tristan, it was a race of attrition here this evening. You're probably one of the only drivers that was able to stay in the top 5 all night long through the pit cycles and through everything. What was it like staying and battling with the top 5?
No, it was great. I thought there was a lot of good racing going on. I was making sure I could keep my position. There was a lot of hard racing. I was glad that I could race up front with Pack again. I find he's a fun driver, especially since me and him come kind of from the same area. But no, I was pretty happy with my car. I came into this thinking my car wasn't going to be good, and I go out to practice and I'm setting those good times, and I'm like, okay, maybe I got a chance. So I've never done an SK race at this track before. I've also been to the real North Wilkesboro in real life, and it's totally different from what this track feels like or looks like. So I'm glad to win at a track that's in my my state.
I gotta ask, and it looked like you and Pack were around each other a lot tonight. It sounded like there might have been some beef, and we obviously saw there was some contact after the checkered flag. What was your perspective on all that tonight?
I mean, I know a lot of people don't like me. I'm probably the Tim Brown or Burt Myers to a lot of people from Bowman Gray. But I mean, me and him were racing hard. I told him I was racing for position. Right before he wrecked me on the last lap, I said, "Great racing, Pack. I had a lot of fun." I mean, if that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to come back next week and wreck him during it. So, I mean, I got what I came for. So, I'm going to go next week and just try and see if I can get in this championship thing. I mean, me and him have been racing hard since last week. I didn't really appreciate a lot of stuff that happened last week, but it's just hard racing. I mean, I'll apologize for shoving him in the wall. I was mainly just keeping position. I've been working on him all night, but no, I definitely think I had the car for it, and I wasn't going to give it up.
Anyone you'd like to thank tonight after the win, man?
Like to thank my family. Like to thank Kyle Dumas and my team, Brad, Colton, all of them. I think we are definitely a good team. So,
well, congratulations on the win, man. It was hard fought and well earned. Go celebrate, man. We'll be excited to see you back and running for this championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It was Tristan Thiese in the 84, a winner here tonight from North Wilkesboro. We'll bring in Austin Pack. And Emmett, you're going to get to talk to Austin Pack tonight.
Well, Austin, talk about a great race. You rebounded from being in the back to coming up and finishing second. I know you wish you were in victory lane, but talk about your performance tonight.
Man, we had a bad, fast race car, and I believe they knew it. So, like I said, man, I run these guys clean. But the 2-3 weeks in a row now, it's all everybody doors you and puts you in the wall when you clear them on the outside. At the end of the day, if somebody's faster than me, you can have it. But I guess they don't like being passed. So the bumper will come out starting next week.
Yeah, talk about when Thiese tried to throw that block on you, and what was the issue that he wasn't giving you the outside?
Oh no, I cleared him going into 1, and then when we come out of 2, he just runs me up in the wall when we're door to door. Like, I mean, common courtesy, give a man a little room if he can outrun you.
Yeah, and I like how the community rallied around you, saying that you are one of the cleanest guys.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I got the backing for it. I've raced everybody clean since I started this. Then I guess, like I said, some guys don't like being outran. They can't take it.
Yeah, talk about having that fast car. You did set the fastest lap of the race. You are the fastest lap winner on that last lap. But how do you rebound for this going forward?
I just come back next week with a bad hot rod again.
How's the leg?
Leg's good, man. 11 weeks. 11 weeks. So
yeah, man.
We're walking around with 2 shoes now. Still doing my therapy. Finally got 1 day a week. So This makes for some good therapy using the brake pedal every so often. Get a little muscle back going because I right now have no calf muscle.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, is there anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Yeah. Once again, like I said, thank Wayne for putting this on. Like I said, my wife giving me the time to do it. In the evenings. Like I said, clears my head a little bit from the real world.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right, Scott.
Well, we're going to get Bruce Pearson in here. And Bruce, you got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
I figured you would, man. What a great run for you tonight. You were really quiet all throughout the evening, but you were hiding away. You had some contact there through incident. Talk to me through all of that, how you made it up to this podium, man.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I mean, some of the other unfortunate situations, crashes that other guys had helped, but you got to kind of anticipate when they're going to happen. And I'm still learning. I'm new. This is my first year in this league, so I'm still learning how everyone drives and who's really aggressive and who's not as aggressive, more willing to give you a little bit more room. And I was a couple times I was able to go low. I think of that one near the end, I was able to go low and put me into fourth, and just try to be heads up and bide my time, be patient.
For sure, man. I mean, through their first two starts, you're fifth in the championship standings right now, and this is a great finish for you here tonight. Are you thinking about possibly running for the championship, making a run and gun at it?
I'm just going to take it week by week, to be honest with you, and do the best I can every week. And at the end, we'll see what happens. It's nice to be up in the top 5, but it's a tough league.
Anyone you'd like to thank tonight, Bruce?
Well, Wayne and the guys and Hunter for allowing me to come in the league. I came in here, found out about it by being in Leadfoot Racing League. I usually run in a couple other different leagues, and I wanted to do more short track racing. And so I want to thank the guys for letting me in. But I want to thank the people that are on my car. That's the Mission 22. It's a nonprofit to help our veterans. We lose 22 veterans a day through suicide, and they're trying to give them tools and programs to help them. And then the American Pit Bull Foundation, which is out of Charlotte, North Carolina, they have a program where they take pit bulls from shelters and make them service animals for veterans. So I want to thank both of those guys.
Well, a very valuable cause, and congratulations on your third place, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, everything you're doing.
Of course. Bruce Pearson rounds out the podium here tonight in the number 22, and Emmett, we eventually did end up having a wild night. We had some beef tonight.
Yeah, definitely some beef. Definitely. Mr. Cannon's gonna have to take them to the hall. They're gonna go have to meet in the holler after this race.
We pulled him out of the holler for a second. That's what we did.
Yeah, for real.
They're there right now.
Yeah, and great job of those guys. Something's got to happen.
Oh yeah. Well, we will get back at it next week. Emmett, you're always the man on the schedule. What we got next week?
Well, let's take a look
And I want to hear your thoughts.
Great racing. When we did have green flag runs. I think a lot of drivers are getting a little agitated out there. And I mean, next week we're going to Richmond, so it's going to be
Richmond.
Another big yeah.
Yes. We are starting the Gen 4s on Friday night. I won't be there this week, but I think 2 weeks from now, I should be racing in it. I can't say when. I'm going to be in and out, but I'm going to be racing in that league, Emmett.
That's awesome. We have our starting lineup for that race. Mr. Adrian Featherston from Kansas is going to be your pole sitter, and Yogi Schleer from Wilmington, North Carolina, will start on the outside pole. And your dual winner, Mr. Chris Golden, will start third.
Wow. There we go. Well, that'll be all commenced this Friday. But that'll be all for us here tonight from FWM and the SK Modified Series. Just that the SA gets the win. We'll see you in a week at Richmond. My name is Scott Shive. I'm joined alongside by Emmett Crow and Tracy Brown in production. We'll see you next week.
Scott,
yes, Emmett.
I got some late breaking news from.
Late breaking news.
Wayne Cannon himself. Just to clarify the EOL penalties, your first is the EOL, second is a drive-through green, and third you are parked for the night.
There we go. That's how it's going to be from here on out, implemented from here on and into Richmond. So we'll see you then. Good night.